Effects of air pollution in Delhi. Acid rain. Rainfall made so acidic by atmospheric pollution that it causes environmental harm, chiefly to forests and lakes. The main cause is the industrial burning of coal and other fossil fuels. The waste gases, from which contain sulfur and nitrogen oxides, combine with atmospheric water to form acids. Elevated zone concentrates can be potentially harmful to agricultural and natural vegetation. Occasional extreme concentrations may cause visible injury to the vegetation, while the long-term growing season average exposure can result in decreased productivity and crop yield. Recently, it has also been shown that the indirect radiative forcing of climate change can affect land, and carbon sink could be an important factor that can induce positive feedback for global warming. Aerosol particles can affect significantly the cycles of atmospheric contaminants, including nitrogen, sulfur, and atmospheric oxidants. Additionally, they can reduce the visibility. Nitrogen dioxide emitted to the atmosphere from transport and from power plants, the short-term exposure may cause increased respiratory symptoms, while long-term exposure can lead to irritation of the lung, susceptibility to respiratory infections, or even stroke. Sulfur can be found as a trace element in coal and oil. During combustion processes, sulfur combines with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide, commonly known as SO2. As SO2 is a relatively inert compound, it can travel long distances from its emission sources. High concentrations of sulfur dioxide can result in breathing problems. Long-term exposure of SO2 can also cause cardiovascular diseases. CO poisoning cover a wide range of symptoms depending on severity of exposure, such as headache, dizziness, weakness, nausea, vomiting, disorientation, confusion, collapse, and coma. People exposed to high enough levels of certain air pollutants may experience irritation in the eyes, nose, and throat, wheezing, coughing, chest tightness, and breathing difficulties, worsening of existing lungs and heart problems such as asthma, increased risk of heart attack. In addition, long-term exposure to air pollution can even cause cancer and damage to the immune, neurological, reproductive, and respiratory systems. In extreme cases, it can even cause death.
Crop and forest damage. Air pollution can damage crops and trees in a variety of ways. Ground-level ozone can lead to reduction in agricultural crop and commercial forest yields, reduce growth and survivability of tree seedlings, and increased plant susceptibility to disease, pests, and other environmental stresses such as harsh weather. As described above, crop and forest damage can also result from acid rain and from increased UV radiations caused by ozone depletion.
Toxic pollutants in air or deposited on soils or surface waters can impact wildlife in a number of ways. Like humans, animals can also experience health problems if they are exposed to sufficient concentrations of air toxins over time. Studies show that air toxins are contributing to birth defects, reproductive failure, disease in animals, and much more. Persistent air toxins are of particular concern in aquatic ecosystems. These pollutants accumulate in sediments and may biomagnify in the tissues of animals at the top of the food chain to a concentration much higher than that of water or air.